wonderful to see the team here. Guys, good luck Saturday. It's I like the look of what we have.
I know.
I like our chances. Good to see you guys. A couple of fellows are from out of the area. I think Binghamton was mentioned, and what was the other fellow? Finger Lakes area, right. So a good example of how our teams and our athletic program help us with attracting great students to ECC and our school. So we have a great ceremony planned for Saturday night out at the new athletic stadium. And there'll be a little reception beforehand and kickoff at 7. So we'll look forward to a big game and a lot of fun. Wish you guys well. Thanks for being with us. Dr. Sagai, do you have any other presentations or anything before we get going?
So I don't know if we want to go around introducing first, or you want to?
Let's introduce the room
Okay.
for the benefit of the fellows who've come and
then we'll do
and
that.
each other. So, Jimmy, you want to start?
Jim Frankhauser, Facilities and Maintenance.
Katie Marshall, Workforce Development and Grants. Julie Slate, Development Management. Tanika Jackson, Assistant Secretary.
David Horn, AVP for Student Affairs and Marketing and Communications.
Lisa Powell Fortnite, AVP Human Resources and Organizational Development.
Mike Bergstrom, Director of Human Resources.
Hey, Don Barnett, soon to be interim VP for Academic Affairs.
Good morning, John Reifels, Chief of College Safety.
Oh, I'm Baron Snell.
And your position?
I'm a right tackle.
My name is Douglas Evans. I play left guard.
Jalen, you're up at defensive tackle. Shooter Richard, up at defensive end.
I'm Steve Muller, I'm the Director of Athletics.
Dave Taylor, Assistant Vice President.
Jeff Stone, Board Chair.
Tammy Alsassa, Trustee. Good morning.
Jen Liu, Trustee.
Sorry.
Gail Fraser, Assistant to Dr. Sagai.
Bob Trimoni, Assistant President for Special Projects. Nick Sondergaard, ITS.
Amanda Lau, Trustee.
Igor, Student Trustee.
Richard Lipsis, Trustee.
I'm the guy president. And Candace is on.
Candace is online. And also online is Ken Cooley, our trustee. So what I'll do right now is just, in the absence of Carrie, take an attendance and a quorum establishment roll call here. So Jeffrey Stone, Chair, is here. Carrie Phillips, Secretary, not here. Not online, right?
No, I think she's on her way.
On her way,
Yep.
okay. Dr. Alsase?
Here.
Trina Burris will be about 20 minutes late today, she said. So she's on her way. Ken Cooley is on the phone. Richard Lipsitz?
Yes.
Present. Dr. Jen Liu?
Here.
And Amanda Lau?
Here.
Trustee Candace Morrison is online from a different state, but we did notice that. And Igor Soros Pinheiro, our student trustee, here. Again, thanks. It's August. I know it can be tough to make everything work from a schedule point of view, but thanks for everyone for being here, for being timely. We will be going into an executive session, but I wanted to say a couple things first. I will declare...
Want the students to do that first?
Yeah, we will. We'll declare a quorum present and start our official meeting, given that we have enough here to establish a quorum. I would like to begin first by welcoming our newest trustee, Dr. Jen Liu. Doctor, we are glad that you are with us, courtesy of Governor Kathy Hochul.
Happy to be here.
I don't know if you know her, but she sent us your name, and we're delighted with your resume, your background. Certainly I want to give you a little airtime here to share some of your background with us, but from what I know, Dr. Liu is already hitting the ground running. He is an economics and data science type professor at UB. I talked to him yesterday, and I mentioned that on his resume, the line that I liked best was at the end when he said, "One of my major ambitions and delights is observing and fixing things around me," which I think was a great philosophy to bring to any board of trustees.
Hi.
You okay, Addie?
Yeah. You're on, Ken.
Oh, Ken Crowley.
He's not on yet, but I'm just getting them ready.
Okay, thank you.
It's Sophia.
Before Dr. Liu, we give you a little more time. I just mentioning with thoughts and some prayers and good wishes. Ken Crowley. Ken, our fellow trustee and good friend, valued member of this board, had a health incident early in August, and And it is okay. Ken is working through it. He was hospitalized for a while, and Sophia, his wife, kept us informed and took great care of Ken. And he's in a rehab facility right now, but anticipates coming out of that relatively soon, and has been maintaining good connection with me and other board members and Dr. Sagai while he's gone through something here. So it's a little bit of a struggle for Ken as he's gotten back, but he's making great progress, and we fully anticipate to have him back with us very soon. So best wishes to our good friend Ken. He is listening. I don't know, given where he is, he will be able to comment today, but he did want to participate and listen to our meeting. So I know on behalf of everyone in the room, Ken, we wish you all the best and a quick recovery. Okay? So with that, let me ask, and I do also want to mention our good friend Arda. Arda Piana is continuing to manage her health situation that has kept her away from us. And many of us have been in touch with Arda, and she's got maintaining very good spirits, and we are all wishing her the absolute best as well. Such a bright light in our SUNY Erie world. So actually, Dr. Liu, if you don't mind sharing a little bit about your background with us right now and introducing yourself to us, we're delighted to have you on the board.
Sure. Hi, everyone. I'm Zhen Liu, and I am an immigrant. I came to U.S. in 2001. I had a college degree in finance. I came here to study economics because I find finance was not intellectually stimulating enough. And I studied game theory. I studied microeconomic theory. I find it fascinating, but very hard to find a job. And then I became a visiting faculty at a small private college in Ohio. After 1 year, I went to UB, became again a visiting faculty member for another year. Then I got a tenure track position. I stayed there for I think 6-7 years, but I didn't get the tenure. Like many of my fellow PhDs. But for some reason, the department thought that I'm good at the teaching. So I stayed there for another, after, 2016 until now. So I've been teaching economics almost every core course. And during the time, I realized that in order to find new opportunities for myself and also for younger generations, so that there's no more congestion in PhDs finding jobs, I have to look for new opportunities. So I was talking about financial technology, data science, and I offered a course not only at UB but also at the Buffalo State. Teaching AI, data science related topics regarding finance. So that's my professional aspect. And during time, I was also realizing that as an immigrant, as a professional, I have to reach out to the field that I'm not familiar with, including the people around me. Because when I was at UB, I was basically a lonely teaching, researching professor. I didn't know much about what's going on in the community. So from then on, I spent 1/3 of my time working for the local community, especially Chinese immigrant community. I served as president of nonprofit organizations. I started a new nonprofit organization called Chinese Community Foundation. And I participated Amhersttown Diversity Commission, and so on. So to save the time, I will stop here. Thank you for having me.
Well, that's great. With your background, it's going to be terrific for us. Already, Dr. Liu has talked to me and talked to Ken Crewley. His interest in economics has had him gravitate toward our budget committee, budget audit and facilities. He's excited to work with Ken Crewley there, and Dr. Sagai approves. So you didn't waste any time in getting involved, and it's just the attitude that you expressed on a phone call yesterday in your resume and here is terrific. So a lesson for all the young people and all of us, right? Get involved in your community, see what's important to you, and act. That's great. But for your benefit and all of ours, Tammy, would you mind, we'll just say a few words about each other and how we came to the board as well, so that for Dr. Liu's benefit.
Oh, that's awesome.
Sure. Hello, we were talking a bit. I came to the board, well, I'm an educator, and interested in especially the connections between pre-K to 12 and beyond. What happens to our students after they leave the public school system. And so I'm thrilled to be part of this board, and ECC is a school where most great percentage of Buffalo public school students end up. And I have a lot of connections to immigrant and refugee communities and the Latino community in Buffalo. That was the work that I did for, and continue to do actually, in multilingual education.
Tammy understates her significance in the Latino community. We were at the Heritage Dinner or breakfast for the West Side group there, and Tammy's photo from years ago was all over the presentation. One of the founding members of the Hispanic Heritage Council there,
That's
and
awesome.
of getting involved with the building over on Niagara Street, as she has been really since the inception. So,
Yeah.
again, courtesy of our governor, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, Carrie, just for a few words.
Just about me?
Yeah,
Sorry,
just
that's the
Dr.
beginning.
Welcome. Dr. Liu introduced himself, and we're just letting him know how we came to the board and how we're wired.
I'm Carrie Phillips. I'm a Buffalo City Court judge. I was appointed to the board by Mark Polenkars in 2019, and I'm currently secretary of the board.
Hi, I'm Jeff Stone, and I've been on the board since the spring of 2019 and chaired the board for the last 4 years. And I spent my professional career at the law firm of Hodgson Russ, where I was a 42-year person there before retiring about 18 months ago. I've just always been involved in the community, and I've really enjoyed my service here. The board, I think you'll find very collegial. We tend to be very thoughtful in the way we take on the many issues that do come in front of us. And I think we've gotten along very, very well, and I think always kept in mind the students and the direction of the college to, at the front of our minds, and not any personal agendas that we bring to it. So, you're new to the cabinet. I would say the same thing about the cabinet. Dr. Sagai has really put together a terrific group of professionals with the vision of trying to, in some extent, reimagine and position our college for real success going forward in a collaborative way. And that takes a great team of people. You're going to be part of it. And the board, I've enjoyed being part of this team. So that's I live on Grand Island, and I have 3 kids and 5 going on 6 grandchildren. So I spend time with them. Dr. Sagai, I know you've had a chance to talk, but.
Yes, I did. So, thank you, Dr. Liu. We met. We had a wonderful time and meeting, and I know your daughter was here with us, and so we took a picture. She took a picture with us with Dr. Liu. Dr. Liu, I'm an alumni from SUNY Erie, as you know. I've been with the college for about going on 7 years now in different capacity, and certainly very proud to lead the college. First of everything, first woman of color, first alumni, an immigrant. So I know SUNY Erie and certainly the SUNY system is a generational changing institution. So we're very proud to be here. So welcome aboard. Yeah.
Hi, I retired from the presidency of the Western New York Area Labor Federation 5.5 years ago. This is almost the first anniversary of being on this board, appointed by County Executive Polenkars. I felt this was a good place for me to take some time doing volunteer work as a retired person, especially in the area of workforce development, where this being largely a working class institution, I feel the connection between that and the world of work, jobs, needs to be strengthened all the time. So it's not that complicated. That's what I'm doing here.
Love it. Thank you.
I feel small compared to everybody here. I came here in 2021, studied dental lab tech. Now I'm doing biotech. All this time I've been interested in the Student Government Association, which is to make a difference in the college. And when the spot for the student trustee opened, I got it. I applied for it.
Fantastic.
And just to supplement what Igor just said, Igor hails from Brazil, so I think you have overseas connection there.
Welcome to
And-
the US.
Right. And the way the board is set up, Igor is our student trustee. He's elected to that position and has a full voting participation in our board.
Yeah.
We valued his service last year and again this year, so that's great. And we have a student trustee, we have 5 trustees appointed by the county executive and 4 by the governor, if I'm recalling correctly, or it's the other way around. But it's between the governor and the county executive 9, and then our student trustee, and it's a 10-person board with a 6-person quorum.
Yeah.
We typically meet on Thursdays, late in the month.
Good morning, I'm Amanda Lau. I am a partner at Phillips Lytle in our litigation group. I'm also chair of the higher ed industry group. I came up through the SUNY system. I went to community college, not this one, sorry. I went to Kingstown Community College, and then I went to UB, and then went to UB for law school. Was appointed by the governor to the board 4 or 5 years ago. It's been a great time. You're gonna enjoy it.
Love it. Thank you.
Before we go to Candace, Ken Cooley I mentioned is on the phone. Ken chairs our budget committee. He's been on the board probably 3 to 4 years, probably, anyway. And I know Ken is a former budget director for Erie County, and so handling our budget is like child's play for him. But he's just a wonderful, thoughtful chair at focusing on our finances. And I think you'll really enjoy working with Ken as soon as he rejoins us, which should be soon.
Yep.
And Amanda, you said something. Okay, Candace on screen.
Yeah, good morning, everyone. Good morning to our new trustee. My name is Candace Morrison. I am an attorney. I work in the area of labor and employment law at Lipsis Green, Chemain, Cambria, and Buffalo. I apologize for missing today's meeting in person. I'm away this week with my family, so looking forward to meeting you in person at the September meeting. So.
Thanks, Ken. Thanks,
Thank
Candace,
you.
for joining us while you're away out of the area with your family. Another trustee who is not here but joining is Trina Burris, who is the head of our United Way here in Western New York and Erie County. Most people around the community know Trina very well and respect the work she's doing over at the United Way. She's been a great, thoughtful voice on the board. Dr. Sky, with Team and Steve,
Yes.
can we hear from what's going on with
Sure. Let me just set sort of the stage for the group. One, we always, Dr. Lou and others, we always try to start our meetings with our students, that the focus of the college is always starting with the student, and everything that we do should really tie to the student, because that's really why all of us are here. So
Yep.
we always try to bring the different areas of the college. But we thought today, and in addition to that, this week is our new student orientation, so we have a lot going on. And so just to let the board know in advance, our team may be leaving in the middle or coming because they are assisting or running some of the orientation. With that, I think it's very important, athletics for the college. I strongly believe in that we need to make sure that not only it is an opportunity for our students who are athletics, but also for the college, so that we engage and so we create an environment where there's a belonging and our students feel part of that, as well as our faculty and staff and the board and the community. And you'll hear from Steve and Tanika about some of the things that we're doing to really create that atmosphere. So with that, I'll give it to Steve. And Steve, can you tell a little bit about you, how long you've been with the college? Steve is a little bit, he doesn't take pride a lot in what he does for himself.
And
So I want,
and Steve, before you get too far into it, I'd like to hear from each of you 4 guys in terms of what you're looking to study at college as well. You're student athletes, and the students are part of that.
Yeah, so I won't take up a ton of time because you guys are here to see these gentlemen. My name is Steve Mullen. I'm the director of athletics here. Have been since 2018. I've been with the college since 2008. So I've been here a little while now. It goes fast. Yeah, we are excited, beyond excited about this fall with obviously the new field. And we have been going, we have a new student orientation day, which by the way, once these guys walk out of here, they're going over to help new students find their way around this campus. But, with the new field out there, our men's and women's soccer team, and it will also be used by our softball team and our football team, they've all been on campus since the 1st of August, practicing, and with our volleyball team also down at City Campus. We have a couple of returners here, and they can tell you about the new field and the difference. It is a place of our own now that we haven't had since the South Campus facilities were closed. So there and you see it, it screams Erie Cats, which is fantastic. It's our place. It's, you know, the guys may talk, it's a safe place to practice. It's an exciting place to go out there. Very much professional for these student athletes to train, compete, but you know, they can talk about the field from their perspective, but from our perspective as a college, intercollegiate athletics is a competitive market. And look at these guys. They have lots of options of where they could go, right? And they chose to come here. And every year it's the same thing as far as recruiting and retaining student athletes. And we have to put ourselves at the forefront. And part of that is facilities, right? And that's what we have out there. Additionally, from a community aspect, I know I certainly have, I mean, that's a very busy road out there in Main Street. So just running into people that they're excited to see it, it shows even more growth at the college off a busy road, so we're really excited to see it, and we're getting certainly a lot of interest of people using the field. So that's exciting as well. But with that said, I'll just introduce these guys and let them talk from there. So why don't we start with our veterans and tremendous student athlete. But I will have Jalen Yearwood go first here and talk about his experience here. In fact, he is in his 5th semester here because his first year he suffered an injury right off the bat. So he came back to us for a 5th semester to play his 2nd year here. So he has a lot of experience here to tell you about his time. Go ahead. You go, no, just stand.
Oh,
Wherever you go.
My name is Jalen Yearwood. I'm from the Binghamton area. This is my 5th semester here. I'm studying, it's called health and wellness, but I want to go into physical therapy. Right now I'm studying like 3 GPA.
Say that again? What the GPA?
3.0.
That's awesome.
Field-wise, as a perspective, I was here in 2024. We played on the grass. And I tell you, the grass might look pretty out there. It's not as pretty as it looks. There's a lot of like potholes and things. Like we've seen like 5 guys within the 2 years who are playing on the grass tear their ACL, you know, blow out their knees. So being able to play on the turf is just an experience. It's an experience. It's brand new turf. Everybody loves the turf. When I came here, they pitched the turf. It was one of the reasons why I came here. Also, being at the school is also it's amazing. The teachers that I have. On Thursday, I started shadowing for physical therapy. So there's classes that are able to help me in the career that I want to go in, and the people that surround me here are just tremendous. You know, I've got people from D1 colleges coming, you know, talking to me, and from all around. So it's a very fun experience to be able to come here. I am captain. I was captain this year. I was captain last year. As he said, I broke my hand my first year. When I stayed on the team, I kind of seen how things were going. Last year went 9-1. So, and we were in 4th in the country, which is also just a tremendous thing to happen. So it's just tremendous to be here.
Our second veteran here, Dougie Evans. He can tell a little about himself.
Hello, my name is Douglas Evans. I'm from the Finger Lake area over in Rochester. I'm right in between Seneca and Cuba Lake. Very small town. We had the largest graduating class in our school's history my senior year, and that was about 52 kids. So there was that was a big worry of mine coming from a small school that was incredibly hands-on, you know, very catered to each student's needs and everything like that. I was worried whenever I came here that I wasn't going to be able to get the help that I was used to. That worry went away right after the first semester. Every single teacher and professor that I had was extremely helpful to everything that I could ever have. And it's been a great experience for me. Piggyback off what Jalen said about the field. I mean, it's awesome that we finally actually have a place to call our own and not go play at a high school and stuff like that. We actually have a field that is our own home field and our own practice field and stuff like that. So that's definitely something that has me excited and happy about this year. Yeah, that's all I
So we have 2 newcomers that have not stepped in the classroom yet, but I hope Judah, maybe you can start, but you and Baron can tell about why you came to this school. So Judah, yeah, go ahead.
My name is Judah Rayford, true freshman, coming from Grand Island and Niagara Falls area, so pretty good area. Coming in as a freshman, I didn't know that they were gonna have a field. I thought they were still gonna be playing at Will South, but then I learned that they were building one when I came on my visit. And playing on it, it's been so beneficial. Like as these guys said, the D line, the O line, they can testify. Like during drills, we go down to the grass. I mean, it's a struggle. But yeah, playing on this new field, it's felt amazing. It gets a little hot down there sometimes, but it's got a great field, great turf, and I can't wait to get a win on Saturday and make the first official win on that field a reality.
What's your major? What's your major?
Sports and leisure.
Sports and leisure. Okay.
And finally, Baron can talk about himself, but Baron is right across the street. We used his skills for the last few years. So go ahead.
I'm Baron Schnell. I played at Will South right across the street. So, yeah, I've always seen UCC. I saw the field go up. I thought it was pretty awesome. I mainly came here because it's so close to where I live. I'm not worried about dorming or anything. But yeah, I'm doing sports and leisure studies here. I'm hoping to possibly get a scholarship out of UCC because I want to go on to play 4 years possibly at UB and go into their sports management program there. So
Welcome.
yeah.
Everybody knows me. I'm Tanika. This July is my 29th year being here. I served as a counselor first, and I came in February to help Dr. Sagai. It's been a wonderful experience. So for those, you heard everyone talk about the beautiful field. If you missed our grand opening, Saturday is another opportunity. It's our first home game. We're calling it Saturday Night Under the Lights. So the President's Office collaborated with the Athletics Department and our Student Government Office officers to all come together. So we're gonna have hot dogs, hamburgers, DJ, popcorn, just to welcome the community and students together. Because Dr. Sagai's thing is we are one. We're one college in 3 locations. So we're all coming together to celebrate the grand opening and our first win on our new field.
You guys, you're in a very successful program. Last year was insane, and you're writing your own story this year. So Saturday it starts. I'll be over there, so you look a chance to wave to you at least and wish you well. And really nice to have you with us today. Speaking of food, Tanika mentioned the menu on Saturday, but one of the things that you know about a board meeting is we'll packet the food, but at the end there's always a bunch left over. So I don't know when you guys need to leave and get on with your business, but whenever you do, be sure to take some food and fuel up on your way out. Okay.
They will have a special food for them though during the game. They're not having the hot dog. They have a special food for them. Good food too. I'm not surprised. Not pizza though. I'm gonna tell you. We're gonna make sure we take care of you. Steve, can you just talk a little bit about the other sports that we have at the college, because we have a lot more sport. Can you just mention those, please?
Yeah, for sure. So we have at North Campus here football, men's and women's soccer, softball, baseball. Men's and women's cross country all participate here at North Campus. At City Campus, men's basketball, men's and women's swimming and diving, and volleyball. Men's volleyball down there. And off campus, we have men's and women's bowling and men's ice hockey. And I didn't mention this before, but I have to. I was very, very proud of our student athletes. I've been here for 18 years, and every year keep track of the grade point average at the end of the year. And last year's group, highest it's been in my time, of the whole athletic department as a whole, which is about 300 student athletes, had a cumulative grade point average of a 2.93, which I thought was fantastic for that year.
All right. Well, thanks again, Steve. Thank you for your work, and it's exciting beginning of the new school year. The slate is yet to be written, and everyone's fired up, so it's great. And I live in Grand Island, so it's nice to have a neighbor. That's great. So, let's see, Dr. Sagai, you have a couple of new senior leadership members here. Do you want to make mention to them and introduce them?
Sure. So we have Dr. Mae Barnett, who is, and I'll let you stand up and introduce yourself, talk about yourself a little bit, Dr. Mae.
Oh, sure.
Please, thank you.
Hi, everyone. Nate Don Barnett. I am an associate professor of higher education administration at the University of Buffalo. I'm on leave for a year. I've been working with the college now for a couple of years, consulting in a variety of different capacities. My passion, my love is college access. I've spent more than a decade in Buffalo Public Schools working with the high schools to help more kids go to college. In that time, we created 7 college success centers to help facilitate that growth. And SUNY Erie is our college access institution in this region. This is where folks who have a choice about whether or not to go to college, this is where they come. And so in the time that I spent with Dr. Sagai, thinking about those transitions and more importantly, how to effectively help students be successful once they do transition here, I really enjoyed figuring out what the challenges are and how we can solve them. And so when the opportunity came along, I was up for a sabbatical. We had a search that didn't go the way maybe the college had hoped, and I said, well, maybe this would be an opportunity for me to serve in an interim capacity to help get things in order and set us up for success moving forward. So I am excited to be here officially next week.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Everybody, I'm Mike Bergstrom, Director of Human Resources. I have 12 and a half years in New York State government before this. I was at OPWDD, OMH, and the state IG's office. I've also had experience in environmental agencies and HR leadership in Florida, South Florida Water Management District. I was in the city of Independence in Ohio as Director of Human Resources, and most recently in Laguna Beach in California. But I missed the snow, so my wife didn't do that.
We asked him that a lot too.
Yeah.
Do you really want to come to snow here?
So, but yeah, I think I bring some Swiss Army knife experience. I have some criminal investigative experience that kind of applies to operational function and big on employee wellness and employee benefits. So happy to be here. Everybody's been so great so far. Looking forward to working with you all.
Well, welcome.
Hi, everybody. I'm Julie Slate. I'm the new Associate Vice President of Enrollment Management. I started on Monday. I come from Rochester, New York. I was at Monroe Community College as Director of Admissions. I was there for 17 years and came from Bryant Stratton College before that. So have a good amount of colleagues that are here in the Buffalo area with Bryant Stratton College. Very excited to be here, and I am commuting from Rochester, but I'm going to be moving to Buffalo ultimately, so love to be able to hear any of your suggestions.
That's great. Welcome.
Thank you.
And hi, Trina. I made mention that you're a little bit delayed today, but to your right is Dr. Zhen Lu, who our newest trustee, and he made a few remarks. But would you mind mentioning how you came to the board and what some of your thoughts are as you've served as a trustee?
Sure, because everybody does what Dr. Guy says. So I'm the president and CEO of United Way of Buffalo and Erie County. Say that 5 times fast. And my apologies for being late, but I had to do a presentation this morning for my day job. But you know, so much of what United Way does concerns young adults. And so my involvement here as a trustee just makes perfect sense. We focus a lot on the needs of folks to be financially stable. And I'm certainly a huge fan of Dr. Sagai and Jeff. And so I was happy and honored to be part of the trustee board.
Great. Always glad to have you here. Dr. Sagai, I think we have an executive session in mind.
Yes.
I don't necessarily think this will be a very long one. We have some topics to cover, so I'll be taking a motion here for the benefit of those in the audience. Executive session, you gentlemen, is a subgroup of the board where we discuss certain topics permitted by law to be discussed in executive session, usually of a sensitive nature, and then we come back into public session. We're probably not likely to take any formal action today, but we'll have a little bit of a discussion, and then the rest of the group will come back in, and we'll continue with our business meeting. So If you do need to run, this is a place where you can escape. But you're certainly welcome to stay if you wish to watch the business. But we'll keep it relatively short today and have an executive session. The purpose of our session under Public Officers Law, Section 105, subsection A, will be discussion regarding proposed, pending, or current litigation to the extent we have some, and in particular, collective negotiations that are ongoing. So if I could have from someone on the board a motion
I'll move it.
to go into executive
I'll move
session
it.
for those stated purposes, Dick
Yep.
seconding. We will take a vote. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? We're going to be in executive session, and we'll welcome everyone back just as soon as we can. Thanks. All right, welcome back. Thanks for allowing us a good discussion on several points. We took no formal action, and we're now back in regular session. In executive session, we discussed the current state of some collective negotiations in which the college is engaged, and a number of personnel-related matters. But we did not take any formal action in executive session. And so now we're going to move through relatively quickly our straightforward business matters. We are maintaining a quorum. So the first is to approve the minutes from the June 18th, 2026 meeting that's circulated.
I'll move that.
Thank you, Richard. Second?
Second.
Carrie. All in favor?
Aye.
Always excellent minutes. I read the last month's minutes every time, and that's a good tip for incoming trustees, just to bring back to mind what happened last month and what the open items are. We've done our executive session. And now in terms of our committee movement, Ken is on the line listening, I believe, but I'll be, as the other member of the budget committee, pushing forward these 5 items. As we always do, they're relatively non-controversial, I think, so we will take them collectively unless anyone moves to break one or more of them out separately. So the first, Adam, if you just want to lead us through these 5, because we'll have Dave or others talking to us.
Right.
Katie, yeah. We've looked, all of these are in your materials. You've seen the resolutions and the executive summaries. Katie, hi.
So this is our fees for service that we present annually to be approved by the Board of Trustees. As I mentioned, I oversee workforce development. We provide non-credit training. And when our faculty are unable to teach, we will sometimes partner with consultants to have them teach, but we give faculty first right of refusal.
Okay. Yep, that's something that we've had, a routine thing that we've done each year. One thing while this comes up, I wanted to mention, Katie, you've heard of this, but Richard Lips is very interested in our board on the whole business workforce development side of our program. We don't have quite the committee structure to name a committee workforce development. I'm not sure, we'll be examining that going forward, but for now, it's very healthy for Richard and you, Katie, to be in good contact and figure out what the structure should look like and how that works best going forward. I'd like to tap Richard's interest in this.
Great. Sounds good.
Yep. Hi, Eric.
Hi, good morning. Do you want me to take the next 4 items collectively together? Yep, so the next one is on the use of the facilities to help with rental revenue, offsetting the cost then for our athletics teams. So currently it is where the student fees are able to cover a portion of that, but as our teams are expanding in both their participation but also advancing into things such as the playoffs, there are increased costs related to transportation, lodging, etc. So the idea here is to then be able to allocate that rental income that comes from utilization of our space to then offset those costs for our athletics teams.
This was discussed a lot at the budget committee. The broad concept is dollars are fungible. Right now these expenses are being funded basically out of the college's general budget. And the money from our facilities rentals on the athletic side are going into those same coffers. This is more or less tagging the money from athletic rentals to go into a special pool that will then be tapped for the athletic expenses to a certain extent, maintaining some presidential discretion to rejigger this if need be. The key for me was this is aligning with SUNY recommended policy. I don't think it makes a great deal of difference in terms of increasing or decreasing the amount spent on athletic things. It's just tagging the money and making it athletic tagged money being used for athletic purposes without necessarily changing the overall math at all. And SUNY seems to feel this is a healthy way to do it.
Agreed. The third item here is to continue our services with Drescher and Malecki in terms of their auditing services. Certainly they have quite an extensive knowledge and history of the institution. This would be then the last, I believe, extension that is allowable per the original RFP. So this would allow them to be able to continue services in 26-27. But then the plan is to then go up to RFP with the time appropriate nature for the upcoming academic year.
It is the last extension. There was a 2 or 3 year, then 2 1-year extensions. We extended them last year for 1 year. We're proposing to do so again in the the fee is quite modest. There's a $33,000 base fee, and it went up $1,000 by contract that we arranged. For any professional firm, that's a pretty good deal. We've been very satisfied with their services, and they've had a good transition from Carl to Charles in terms of reporting to us. It's been very good.
The fourth one, I know the name may sound confusing, but it's actually related then to our parking at the city campus location to allow then for our students to be able to access then the city campus location in terms of their transportation.
About 150 spots. Tough to lose them. There are not many other games in town, and we're going to RFP this when it eventually pops. This is another, like the Drescher-Milwaukee thing, this is a one-year extension that we've renewed before.
Especially as we're seeing programs such as architectural technology that are transitioning from South to City campus, having then that increased capacity is going to help our students to access that.
My thought is we've had enough issues at City campus to not put up another barrier when it comes to parking.
And the last one here is related to the Law Enforcement Training Academy. So this is then to allow for first responder training related to that program.
Right, and John, you're comfortable with what we're proposing here?
Yes.
Yep. Okay, any questions on those 5 items? At budget, we all approved and discussed them at length. Motion to approve all 5 as presented in our materials. Thanks, Tammy. Second, Rena. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All approved. Candace is offline,
Eric,
but we
curriculum.
can, Eric, if you want to take those next 3 under curriculum, student success, and diversity.
If it's allowable, I'll likely take the first 2 together as they are very similar in nature, and then the Erie County Public Benefit Services. So one of our departments at the institution is our Pathways Department. It is our non-credit preparatory experience that we have partnerships. For this year, 26-27, there are 2 organizations that we are looking to partner with. This is allowing us to be able to offer English as an additional language training as well as GED training within the community, and those would then be with Journey's End as well as Kenton. This is a continuation of what we've done for many years at the institution.
Yep. Every year we do this.
Correct. And then the last one is actually a continuation of with the business office, business administration department to allow them through Erie County an expansion of some of the services that we had already worked on for the 25-26 year.
Again, I wasn't at this committee meeting, but Dr. Sagai, you support all these
Absolutely,
items? Yep.
yes.
And these are quite routine. We've seen them every year. Motion to approve all 3 collectively? Okay. Thanks. Igor, second?
Second.
Carrie. All in favor of approving as in our materials?
Aye.
Any opposed? Approved. Policy and governance. Richard, we do have a policy, and I don't think it went. I think it went through you or a group.
Yep. Just about 2 weeks ago, we had a discussion, and it has to do with drug and alcohol. And Dana, there she is.
Yes, hi.
Who's gonna take us.
So Bo's Law is a New York State law that went into effect July 1st of this year. Just a brief summary is any underage drinker, so anyone 21 years or under who on campus is found to have, is to prevent overdosing and deaths from alcohol and drug related. So anyone under the age, by law now, colleges and universities, if there's a persistent pattern, are required to notify their emergency contact or guardian. This is more impactful at a 4-year institution or a community college that has residence halls, because that's where we find the most drinking incidents. That's not to say that we will not have that here. We have had that on the rare occasion. However, this is a statute from the state basically saying that we will notify parents so that we can do earlier intervention. We have worked with our legal team to determine what our process would be should this happen on our campus. But again, this is a state mandate, and so I would ask for your approval, and I'm happy to answer any questions.
Yeah, the key with this is the state is making sure that everyone, A, has a policy on this under this brand new law, and that you publicize it. So we're doing it here. I think the idea is parents can look and say, do I want to send my child to a college with this policy? Ours is filled with discretion at the administrator level, presidential even, or designees of the president. So I don't feel like we're tying our hands in any way that is troublesome, but this is mandated, so we're doing it.
The challenge that we will have is use of marijuana, because obviously they should be 21 years or older.
That might be our biggest challenge, and so determining when it tips the scale to notify parents or legal guardians.
Well, it's new for everyone in the state, so
Yes.
there'll be seminars where this is discussed.
Correct.
How to handle that.
And probably litigation down the road.
Yes, it is a well-written policy. I thought it was good. It's in our materials. Any questions on this for Dana? Or Dr. Scott, you comfortable with this?
Yes,
No?
thank you.
All in favor of approving the 3 B items for curriculum, student success, and diversity? Make a motion, please, first, to approve them collectively. Igor, second?
Second.
Tammy? And then all in favor of approving the 3 as presented?
Aye.
Any opposed? Those are approved. Thank you. The 3, and then, I'm sorry, we did those, and then this is for, let me make that clear, we're doing the policy.
Mhm.
Okay,
Yes.
let's
Yeah.
have a fresh motion on that, my
I
bad.
motion.
Okay, Igor and Ken, to approve the policy as presented. All in favor?
Yes.
Yeah.
Any opposed? Thanks for developing that and taking the SUNY guidance on that, pardon me. Carrie, strategic plan, we do have a resolution.
Yes, we have a looming update, or a looming deadline for the strategic plan. We have a resolution. I'll let Dave discuss.
Sure.
But we're operating from the bridge plan right now. It's a robust, good plan. We're doing well with it. The team is diligently working on the final. We just need a little bit more time to finish it, but go ahead.
Yep, it's a fairly simple resolution, but as Carrie summarized, we've been operating on the Bridge Strategic Plan 2023 to 2025. Last year, the board extended that for 1 calendar year, bringing it to this summer. We had reported earlier this spring, we were doing a lot of work on the strategic planning, but we do need a little more time to polish some things off, get marketing materials ready, and to have everything ready to go in early 27. So the resolution here is to extend the current bridge through January 27, I believe is what the question says. And then we'll have everything ready. Myself, Tanika, Adam Patterson have been working with Kat Southwick, who's a consultant who does strategic planning work. Chris Jones, who's our director of research, has been participating in those calls. We're more or less finalizing our KPIs, metrics, action items, and then getting involvement from marketing, functional areas to flush out everything, get everything ready, and then have probably about a 2-month lead time for our marketing team to really get things together, get some lovely pictures in to really get a wow strategic plan. But the progress, there's not going to be too much surprise in there. Community college education has not changed much in the last few years, and we really want to promote student success and equity of campus locations.
Yeah, we're in support of this, especially in light of, it's around the side of the room here, we've got a lot of fresh voices who can weigh in here and help it as you finalize it in final form.
Great. Just to point out, we have been collecting data that also include our college community. The board also had a survey to fill on that, or to weigh on that, as well as community stakeholders. So we had a community stakeholders meeting as well and have that. So we've been collecting a lot of information, a lot of data, and did a lot of work with the college community on it. So now it's really getting the data and really polishing that. We'll go back to some of the folks that were intimately involved with us before we bring it back to the board. So all of that, the expectation is for us to do that during the fall and then get it ready so that when we talk about having a launch in January, we'll have everything ready to go and everyone will be clear as to what that is, including our media and so forth. So very excited about a lot of the work that we have been doing.
I'd like to make sure all of our trustees have that. I know it was circulated. Gail, could you recirculate that to the whole board?
Sure.
For input. We have some new members, and let's make sure everybody focuses on that and submits comments.
Thank you.
Okay, so our resolution is on page 43. So to that effect, may we have a motion? Thanks, Carrie. Second?
Second.
All right, Jeff. All in favor of approving the page 43 resolution to extend the strategic plan deadline?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, that's agreed. Thanks. Amanda, there was a reference, I think, earlier in the meeting to some personnel things, and
Yes, and a
you're picking up
presentation.
E1 for us.
Yes, we just have one request for a leave of absence for a child leave. I do want to make a correction, though. So the end date of that leave should be December 10th, 2026. Not the date that's in your materials, but December 10th. So with that modification, I'd like to make a motion to approve that request for a leave of absence.
All right, thank you. Second? Oh, sorry, you go. I was looking at Zen, wait, break right in, you can do it.
Next time.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Okay, we'll accept that personnel agenda and approve it. Informational items. Let's work through these relatively quickly. They're
Oh, Jeff, we
straightforward.
actually have a little presentation.
Oh, yeah,
Just,
go.
it is informational.
Yes.
Informational, and just very quickly, one of the things that we covered in our committee meeting was setting of our 26-27 goals for human resources. So just to share those very quickly is focus on the workday, updates and implementation, getting to more data-informed decisions in our human capital, so looking for that, the onboarding, employee retention, and then really a significant effort in 26-27 to fully implement our Edge Center. So we've been gaining some significant momentum around that, but having our physical location, continuing to focus on leadership development around our supervisory staff, and the overall employee experience. So we had talked a little bit more in depth, and I think we'd included some materials for your reference as well. So just wanted to share those.
Thank you for meeting and for goal setting. That's great. Yep.
Thank you.
Jimmy, you want to talk to us, please, about the facilities updates quickly? The big news is downtown.
Yep. So with the capital projects, the one at City Campus for the Skylight project, it is complete. They turned over the building on Monday. We were able to have our first event there on Wednesday. It looks fantastic. The Cobham project, we are in the permit phase for the new cafeteria at Cobham. Vehicle Training Center, we are still in the design phase out there. North Campus, the salt barn design phase is finished. They're going to start construction in the fall, which will give us enough space for all three campuses for salt. The Kittinger roof project, demo has been completed. They have started installing on half of the roof. They should be finished close to October. The library project, replacement of all doors and windows, some construction in classroom spaces. They're 90% complete. Turnover should be within 2 weeks. So that's all the updates for capital projects.
Looking forward to seeing the atrium. The chancellor will be here, county executive as well, in September, to be in the atrium, greeting students, looking at it, admiring it.
It looks fantastic.
I can't wait to get down there. That's going to be great. Thanks, Jimmy. As far as the ASC quarterly report, it's in your materials. We talked about it at budget. Eric's got us on that? Okay.
Yeah, as you highlighted, the minutes are in there at a high level. We are seeing, I would say, a correlation, especially around the bookstore side, as it relates then to the SUNY Reconnect program.
Echo.
You okay, Eric?
The increase that they are seeing with regard to the bookstore support. So one of the benefits of SUNY Reconnect is that students have an opportunity after all Pell and New York State TAP have been applied. Not only does it help with their tuition and fees, but also then bookstore support. So that has also had a direct impact to the operations for Follett, which connected them with the ASC.
It's been a little hard to measure point to point what's going on with ASC with the atrium work downtown. Kind of like during COVID, when it was hard to figure out what was happening with childcare and bookstore and so forth. Dr. Sagai continues to be in touch with leadership there to try to bring their efforts in alignment as much as possible with what the college needs.
And the contract for that AAC will be expired in 2027, so we'll be looking for an opportunity there.
The LMHF financial performance for the calendar year is presented here. Again, it is something that does fluctuate, but we are seeing a positive net balance at this time as it relates then to that performance. I know the team is actively involved in monitoring any of those updates from LMHF.
And trustees, the budget to actual financial dashboard is among the most important pieces of paper that we get each month. You should always, focus there. Broadly speaking, tuition revenue is up because of SUNY Reconnect and general enrollment efforts, retention efforts. Enrollment will be discussed, I think, by Dr. Sagai. This is a critical time of year for enrollment. But also expenses are up. We did settle some contracts, including the faculty contract in December. And there's been cash flow, obviously, there that we knew about and planned for. So that's, broadly speaking, what the dashboard is showing. Nothing that jumped out at me as a trouble spot.
Now, the only thing I would highlight, in addition to what you highlighted, Trustee Stone, is the current financial dashboard is reflective of the end of the month in July, so there is still one more month of operations to be able to close things out, plus any unsettled bad debt, things along those sides. But things at this point, in terms of, as you mentioned, the tuition revenue is largely correlated then with the increase in enrollment that we are seeing at this time, largely driven by Student Reconnect.
And then we have the fee schedule and the minutes as informational items. Okay. I looked at the curriculum, student success, and diversity. Candace had to drop off, Dr. Sagai, but I didn't see anything controversial
No.
there.
Certainly Eric could mention anything.
Yeah, these are more related to information that really thanks to Katie and her hard work in her area, support that we're seeing then from community organizations and stakeholders to help our students.
Thanks, Katie. And I know you periodically come up with new grants and things, and we probably don't thank you enough, but I remember the one you did a couple of months ago that was really, what did get our attention. You're always quietly working behind the scenes to find money for the college. Thank you.
There's a good group helping out. It's not just me.
That's great. Okay. Marketing, Trina, I think we're moving.
We are. Dana and her team were gracious enough to give me a orientation the other week, 2 weeks ago maybe. From my perspective, I love what they're doing. I love the fact that they're using real students. A big issue with stock images, and I think it's really, really critically important to show the real school and the real people in it. So we're super excited, and they'll continue to educate me, and we're gonna have some fun.
Yeah, this is like I mentioned with Richard before, talking to Katie. This is the way it should work at the committee level. Find that connection and build on it. And as we reorganize ourselves next month, we can take a fresh look, with the leadership to see, are the committees working just the way they should? Should we have less or more committees? Offhand, I think they're working pretty well, but it's always good to re-examine that when we reorganize. We have our minutes from those meetings. Thank you. And then, Richard, these are the last items down here are some older minutes that are just getting back to us now for informational purposes. We know you met and dealt with that policy and we passed it, so that's fine. As far as reports, I'll start quickly. Usual, I say every time that I meet daily and weekly, sometimes daily with Dr. Sagai. Monthly meetings with the county executive. I think that's important and constructive. Community outreach, it's just what we all do, and certainly when you're a chair, it's good to do it. The foundation had a golf event on June 22nd that was actually quite successful. I think they sold it out and did pretty well. So I was glad to see that and glad to have some of us support that. Hispanic Heritage Breakfast, Tammy, I mentioned that you and I were there. You were in the firmament of it, which was great. And I didn't realize your history and how you went back to the very beginnings of the whole Hispanic Heritage Center. And her name was mentioned a lot at this breakfast, which was pretty cool. So it was a nice thing that the college had a good table at that we went to. Dr. Luge, and so nice to have you with us. Looking forward to seeing exactly where you fit in and how you can bring good value to the college and to our group.
Thank you.
In October, Dr. Sagai and I will go to Chicago and speak at the Association of Community College Trustees annual convention on board function, essentially, and board presidential relationship. It's not a very formal, but it's a part of a panel. So we'll be sharing some of the things that we've learned over the years together with you at a national level. August 29th, mentioned reception. We talked about it. That's the first football game at the new stadium, and looking forward to that. Kickoff at 7 o'clock. At September 8th, county executive will come to city campus to, as I said, observe the atrium and greet students. On September 30th, Chancellor John King will again be with us. He's been great throughout my entire tenure here in terms of coming and supporting us, and he will be again visiting city campus. He's focused, I think, there on some of the capital needs at city. And I think that's in the year or 2 years ahead, somewhere we're going to have to, it'll be an area of focus because we've got South sort of taken care of with Cobham now. And getting out of Southwestern and north, we've been making steady improvements. But city is where the chancellor's paying some attention and others are as well. I think that's good. Atrium is done. Jimmy, thanks for the report and for managing so much of that. That was a tough job, and it's a really important job that we have that beautiful space available to us now. Committee meetings have been happening in the summer. I think that's great. I'd like to congratulate the Buffalo Bills on opening the stadium, our neighbor, and pat ourselves on the back a little bit as a group here, because I think we were a very good neighbor to that stadium project. Without in any way subsuming our educational mission to it, we made things as easy as we could for the Bills and for the community. It was a big priority for the state of New York, Erie County, and really everyone in Western New York to a degree, to make sure the Bills stay here and that what happened with the construction went as smoothly as possible and didn't disrupt our operations and students. Glad and proud of that. August 19th, we had a budget committee meeting. That's been mentioned. Talked about Ken at the beginning and wish him well, and thank you for being with us. And I think that's my report.
We skipped D through G under 4, just so
Did
that
I
you know.
miss something?
Yeah, starting with policy and governance.
Oh. Where am I, Karen? What hit 4?
Yeah, we ended with Trina, I think, on C,
Oh.
and then we skipped ahead to you. I just
Well, just those, I mentioned quickly that those were just minutes. If you'll see, the dates are old.
Oh,
They're
okay.
just being
For
given.
technology, we had an update.
Oh,
That's
I'm
why
sorry.
I
Okay. Didn't mean to skip you.
No, that's okay.
Go ahead. I just saw minutes and I thought it was just historical.
No, that's okay.
Okay, go ahead.
No,
Thank you, Carrie.
Thank you, Jay.
I thought I was gonna just have
He's
completely
yes.
walk into this board meeting and have things that I thought I was doing and then have them all change. Which is always fun and exciting. But yes, so information technology services update. Probably the biggest thing, as was mentioned earlier, Workday optimization project with the HCM finance and grants project is starting. We had our kickoff call with the Groove yesterday afternoon. So we've got a great team of individuals working with them as consultants that have 10 plus years in the business in various consulting roles, but finance experts, grants experts. So we're excited. It looks like a great team, great internal team. So we're looking forward to getting that underway and get those optimization efficiencies done, but also have probably the biggest update to Workday functionally than we've had since it started. So we're excited. It's a great team. So we're kicking that off. September, October, November will be our discovery phase with the Groove. So they're going to talk with our functional areas, look at our configurations, how we're doing things, look at Workday best practices and user knowledge to come up with recommendations. Probably December, and we'll get those optimization actual efforts started in January.
That was quite an RFP process that resulted in the selection of the Groove. Are you happy at this point?
Absolutely. I think it's a great team. The people who are doing the work say the right words, but also we did our due diligence and did some follow-up calls with clients that they've had in the past and just got great feedback. They're a grants expert, great guy. He's responsive. He'll write back in 24 hours. Knows what he's doing. Beware of this. So we got I think we'll get our money's worth. Probably then some.
Very good.
Capital technology projects, as you probably know, we're sort of at the end of our network upgrade as well as the campus surveillance project with the cameras that John loves. Great use of those. We have a couple things to finish up in the post building and I think a few cameras to do up here at North with some of the parking lots. But it does give us a 4K AI powered surveillance system on campus where it can track, I think John tells me you can zoom in on pieces of paper and read text. But also you can follow someone through the building. If you have a person of interest, the AI technology can find where that person has been at other times and dates. So
it's very helpful in the May 1st incident.
Absolutely.
Crucial.
Yep. We are getting to a place where we have a modernized network across all 3 campuses in our extension sites. New redundant virtual server environments, replicated backup, disaster recover capabilities. So through investment from the county, from the college, and also from the SUNY's digital transformation project, I think the technology footprint is very modernized. You might have seen some printers moving around the building. So the Toshiba printers we approved back in June as part of the SUNY print project. They've arrived. They were a little delayed with shipping and supply, as you might imagine, but those are coming around campus. IT is working to get those
in place, new positions oriented, and it'll be a little slightly disruptive changing things, but once we get through that, it'll be a good reduction in print and I think better technology for us.
Dave, you've made a great impact on the IT front in numerous sectors. Carrie is nodding her head since you came here. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Last thing I'll mention, ITS, you mentioned that, Jeff, but also the whole division went through their 5-year unit review this past spring. So as part of that, they do a self-study, they get some feedback from others, and come up with sort of their departmental strategic plan for the next 5 years. I just wanted to pass along the 5 things that were identified as the guiding ethos for ITS moving forward. One is supporting college business operations through the Workday Optimization Project, of course, strengthen cybersecurity governance and controls, continuing the work that's been done over the last few years, maintain reliable and resilient technology services, enhance campus safety and security, and support student success through technology. And I love that the 3 big ones there, aside from regular ITS operations, are campus safety, security, and our students.
Student focus.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Dave. Carrie, thanks for bringing us back to that.
Oh, sure, no problem. I didn't want him to have done all that preparation.
I know. Disguised under the word minutes. I said. Okay. All set?
Yes.
Okay. Let's go to student trustee Igor, please.
I don't have much. What I can say is that SGA is preparing for the beginning of the semester. All 3 campuses all 3 SGAs put it together for the welcome
Student orientation.
Yes, and at the same time for the homecoming.
Yes.
No, for the homecoming game. Let's wait for good things for the homecoming game then. Win.
We are gonna win.
Yeah.
Yes.
We already have set all the vendors and events for the whole semester at the same time. So hopefully no hiccups, no problems throughout the semester. And throughout the semester, I hope to bring more good news throughout through the students to learn more what we have to change, if we change for good or not. That's it.
You've been a good set of eyes and ears for us. It's working just exactly as designed. Thank you. Okay. Dr. Quinn is not with us today?
No.
Okay. I don't know, did the Senate meet in August?
No.
Over the summer?
We have the September 8th is when we have the next meeting.
Okay, good. And then Dr. Scott, your report?
So before I get into my report, I just want to take the moment to acknowledge that Tanika Jackson will be doing an interim Vice President of Academic Affairs. And then Adam Patterson will be going into a VP of Academic Affairs as well. And the idea here is that Adam will be really focusing on the instructional side of the academic affairs, and Tanika will be focusing on the academic support services, one of them being academic advisement. So congratulations to both of them. I know Adam is doing this. So a couple of things, and I'll have some folks help me with this. So Katie, you're the first on that one. With our hands, right?
Yes. So we have students who received a scholarship from the All Within My Hands Metallica Foundation. We had about 101 students who received $1,000 each. Dina and our marketing team put together a wonderful event with our foundation to acknowledge them at a Bison's game. And so we had a suite, you fed them, and we got pictures, and one of our students got to throw the first pitch.
Nice, very nice, thank you. And then I know Tanika and Katie, you attended the Dress for Success for the college?
Yes, we attended the re-grand opening of Dress to Success. They've gotten so huge, they moved from Hurdle back downtown to be able to be near ECC so that we can partner with them, as well as the women who receive the services public transportation. The train was easier access. So it was a wonderful grand opening that they invited us to, and we had a chance to hear some of the women speak that benefited from their services.
Thank you. And so you can see, I know Jeff mentioned the Foundation Golf Tournament. That was a great turnout, as well as the ribbon cutting for the stadium. So we were part of that as well. So it was great. to see the work. And then up there with majority Clister People Stokes, this was welcoming the new president of Buff State. And certainly we didn't talk before, so we coordinated very nicely, as you can see. But we did not talk, so we had to take a picture. So it was happy, right? And then I know Jeff also mentioned Hispanic Heritage Community breakfast. It was wonderful there too. I wanted to highlight, John was there with me. He said, make sure you take a picture with the horses there. So I did do that, John. You see me with that. So very exciting. And again, going back to the strategic plan, part of what I believe and my goal is to continue to listen to the college community. This was awesome. This was an opportunity to meet with all the facility folks under Jimmy Frankhauser. How many did we have, Jimmy?
60 now.
60. So we had to, we couldn't use this room. We had to go use the auditorium, and they were incredible. I can't thank Jimmy and his leadership and our facility folks. They are everywhere, including our Old South, New South, North, as well as City. They are doing an incredible job of making sure that the college is where it needs to be. College safety, stop. John, maybe you want to talk about what you're doing with that?
Yeah.
Yes, please. Thank you. I think as John is coming, this is one of the things that we heard the college community, both our students and faculty and staff, with everything changing in general in our society. How do we want to make sure that people feel safe? What are some of the things that we need to do? And as you know, John came to the college and he's done a great job of really creating an environment. And I know he loves the camera. He talks about the camera all the time. But certainly we are doing a lot of work as well. So John, thank you.
I don't recall talking so much about the camera.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The camera's been a huge update, but the campus safety stops was really an idea that Tara Kay came up with in HR to facilitate getting me and college safety out into the college community. We had our first 3 stops last week. I thought it went really well. It kind of piggybacked off of the concept of introducing the emergency operation or emergency response plan to the board, which we did, I think that was back in April or May. That kind of lays the foundation for what we're doing with emergency response. But then we have to get out and start training out in the community. So Tara came up with a great idea to have me go out there. I went to each campus, met with as many faculty and staff members that were available, and it was really just introducing concepts of college safety and how we can be a little bit more prepared, how we can think about situational awareness, how we can focus on just being in a room. Where would we go if there was an incident, a critical incident where we had to lock down or shelter in place, evacuate, what does run, hide, fight mean, some of these different concepts. And I thought it went really well. I will say Tara has, I think I have a lot of energy. Tara has more energy than I do. She put the whole thing together. She tries to, I think she's trying to make me feel really good when she gives the introduction. But I tell her, come on, taper it down a little bit. But it went well. And then the next part of it is we'll circle back in September. I think we'll see more people on campus in September, and so we'll have a larger audience. And then we'll go to the next level and be a little bit more specific. We'll do some scenario-based training. We will have experienced the football field, which I think is something that we worked hard on being prepared for, any incident, just traffic backed up, a car accident in the parking lot, a medical emergency. So it gives us a little bit of a baseline to then go in and say, for example, we had this incident, and it's really helpful. So that's our next phase. And then as we move later into the fall and into the winter, we'll get really into some scenario-based. I think scenario-based training, obviously people have to know what we're doing. We don't surprise anybody with, a pseudo emergency. We don't do that in this arena. And that's where we are. Is that a good overview?
Absolutely. Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you, John.
Again, just following on that note, right, we really are listening to our faculty and staff to make sure, and then on the Edge Center, Lisa and Tara. The wellness event is really doing really well, and we're doing this and people are participating. We want to make sure we cannot serve our students unless our faculty and staff are supported. And so that is part of that, is, you know, also celebrating faculty and staff that have been and served the college for a long time. So really taking the moment to recognize and celebrating our faculty and staff. So then on the other side, Northland Celebration, that was our graduation at Northland, about 50 students in mechatronic and HVAC. Again, we're moving along, and I have to tell you, majority of those students have a job already. These are certificate program. Richard, this was something I know you'd appreciate, and so is the rest of the trustees. Our students are graduating, and I want to highlight the whole concept of Northland, and we are going to extend to other locations, is that we are meeting our community where they are and making sure that when we talk about access, it's a true access. So really making sure that our students and the community is being served. So very excited about that, and we continue to do really good work at Northland and other extension sites that we have. And then our audit tech, they keep it busy. You know, it's not like other schools. We're not off in the summertime. The college is very active in the summertime. We do have a robust summer session that we offer to, both for some of our students and also students who come from other schools as a vacation. So summer is very active at the college. There's no sort of off, and certainly our departments are very active, and auto tech is one of them that are very active. And then, Dana, talk about our student welcome event, please.
Sure. So this week is our new student welcomes. We have surpassed last year's attendance, so we set a goal of doubling our attendance from last year. We have, I think, tripled our attendance from last year. So on Tuesday, we welcomed over 60 students and then about 40 parents. So we had about 100 people at our South Campus. They were very much engaged, and we were able to get them set for success. Yesterday at City, we had over 300 students and parents come. So that was our first event in the atrium, and so we gave it a good test run. And today I'm happy to report that I just got word that we have over 300 students here on campus today with at least 50 parents. So as you exit the building today, poke your head into the G auditorium. You should see 50 parents getting their own parent orientation. That is new this year, is that we did offer a parent orientation to really hone in on what their child can expect, how they can help partner with us in talking about the importance of attendance, understanding financial aid, understanding the resources that we have here at SUNY Erie, so they can reiterate those to their children, or their support people can reiterate it to them. And then the students are all in our big auditoriums in B right now, also going through. Today's focus is about connecting them with one another and connecting them with our resources. And so we were thrilled to have to really pivot. We weren't expecting this many students. And so we are thrilled that we had to pivot. We got to use the stadium today because we had so many students, which was great. And we hope that next year we'll have to do the same.
Awesome. Thank you.
Sure.
So
Can you pick up on that? And the figures were used, you know, in terms of students, just to bring the board up to and the community up on enrollment.
Yep. That's the registration event.
Okay.
But before we leave the student welcoming, I think that the key piece there is the parents and the family that support our students, and being able to do that. I certainly had an opportunity to meet with the other parents that came at South and City. I think to talk to them about the importance and the value of education and cost associated. We are the lowest in Western New York. I think that's important. And so talking to our parents, but also talking to our parents about the opportunity with the Reconnect. That is the adult learner, 25 to 55, so, and the workforce that we have. So part of what we have to do is really talk about other things that we have at the college, not only for our students who may be trad students, but also the adult learner that is a free tuition, and it's important for the parents also to know, because we do have some parents. The other thing I want to note is that I would say almost close to half have been to SUNY Erie. They either took some courses at SUNY Erie, graduated, so I'm always finding alumni in those discussions, so it's always good to know that we are going to really work on that because we do have large, alumni or individuals who at least took one or more classes at the college. So I think that's incredible. Registration, the college is moving in the right direction in terms of our goal to meet our goal for the fall semester. Some of the things that we did see ourselves slowing in terms of the registration because of the summer. We do have majority of our faculty are off in the summer. They do the advisement. One of the reasons why we created the division that Tamika is going to oversee, particularly with advisement, is to do that, is that we have a pool of students that are coming to the college, so our enrollment from the new side or from the pool, we have a large student. So our students or the community is knocking on our door. They're here, which is wonderful. The key for us, though, an opportunity for the college is that to make sure that we're moving them along in a very speedy way so that they're not waiting to register, engage with the college community early enough. And so one of the things we notice is that what if we do other opportunity time-wise to register them? So this was the first time we did a Saturday event twice within the summer. We did 9 to 12. We also did a late evening, late afternoon to really get the students to register and meet with faculty and academic advisor. And so one of the things I want to highlight is this, right? So if you see that picture on the registration event, I'm over there with the parents, with the two students and their mother. So this was an event that we did on a Saturday, particularly at this location, and we are piloting it. We only did it at North, but the plan is to expand that to the other location in terms of Saturdays for registration. The individuals, they were looking for direction as I was walking in, and I was helping them and directing them where the registration was, and then I learned that they are from the Bronx, New York. They took the public transportation on the bus from New York City all the way to Buffalo, and I've been there as a student. I used to go back and forth on the bus for 8 to 9 hours, but they took the bus overnight, got to the college in the morning, and the plan is to go back home that same day. The reason why this was important is that mom had to work. Mom did not have an opportunity to take. A lot of us are very privileged where we have time off from work and we could afford to do that. But some of our family members and some of our students, that's not a privilege for them. So certainly the mom and the older brother wanted to make sure the young man, he is also part of our football team, which is exciting. So we'll see him. But the story was that, they came, they wanted to visit, and they wanted to make this a family affair. They wouldn't have been able to do that if we did not have a Saturday. And there's another story similar, I believe last Saturday, that a family came from Ohio to really do that, experience that. So to me, that's the story. That's the thing that certainly makes me excited to be here, but having that opportunity. So the mom got a chance to, with the older brother, got a chance to look at the field, the new field, and the college community was very great in making sure that we supported them. So they stayed, and then they went back to New York City on the bus the same day. And so to talk about dedication and determination. So when we open our door and when we are flexible, because we need to be flexible, not everyone could come in the morning, not everyone could be here, or not everyone has the ability to take off from work, as you can see there. So we want to support that. So very exciting, and again, we are moving in the right direction. One of the things that we also did was that for the next 2 weeks until drop and add, which is our final number, that I certainly asked the senior leadership as well as the college community to not have any necessary meetings, because we do spend a lot of time in meetings, needed in some cases, but in these 2 weeks we need to be all hands on, making sure that our students and their family are supported. We support one another as well, so we have quote unquote call a blackout. I like a different term than that, but just to give you a context that is important, that enrollment is everyone's business. It's not just in the classroom or outside the classroom, it's everyone's business to make sure that we welcome our students. The most important thing is that our students keep choosing SUNY area, and so we want to make sure we support them and do that. So that's where we are.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. We agreed on a schedule of meetings as a board for 2026-27. To the extent anyone's seen that schedule, other than the board members, there has been one change, Our agenda reference is Thursday, September 25th. The typo there is September 24th was the targeted meeting. However, we've changed it to Thursday, October 1st to meet a couple of scheduling situations. So the next meeting, which will be our reorganization meeting where we'll elect a slate of officers for the upcoming 2 years, is Thursday, October 1st at 9 o'clock here. The only comment I would direct to Dr. Sagai and her team is, to the extent you can work with the board to sprinkle in occasional other sites.
Okay.
We are all set, each of these is listed as being here at North, and that's fine as a baseline. But if we can get over to Northland, as we did for our retreat, or get over to City, get over, to Cobham, that's good. So let's look for chances to do that. Any further old business or new business that anyone wants to bring up that hasn't been covered? If not, then I will thank everyone for attending. Wish you a good start of the school year.
Thank you.
When is the convocation or the start of the school?
It's next Wednesday.
Could you send that to all trustees, Gail, and make sure we all know when that is? The
Opening day.
Convocation?
Yes.
Yeah, opening day. It's in the cafeteria. It's a really nice day.
We'll actually be starting in the auditorium,
Oh.
and if I'll just put the
Sure.
plug in that we have several SUNY Chancellor Award winners that will be recognized, as well as our annual Catalyst Award winners right in the morning session. So that's a great opportunity to recognize our faculty and staff and all the hard work that they do.
Exactly, and for trustees, it's a great chance to just mingle with some of the folks here, get to know them better, and other people in the college community. Just a very good event to be at if you can do it. Okay, a motion to adjourn this meeting? Tammy, and second, Igor. All in favor? Aye. Oh, sorry, I take it, that's correct. That came from Dr. Lou.
You gotta be fast here, Tom. Yeah.
Let the minutes reflect a good second there from Dr. Lou.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.